We're here today with Dr. Felicity Keough of Keough Chiropractic in St. Charles, Missouri. And we're going to be talking about a very important topic, sleep.
Yes.
So, Dr. Keough, can you tell us why sleep is important?
So it's kind of, everyone knows sleep is important, but why? And it's not just sleep, but it's getting good sleep too. So good sleep is important as well. When we sleep, we repair our tissue from the day before. The brain repairs, your muscles repair, like all your organs get that repair, which is so important. So it's really important to get the good sleep, the deep sleep, that is going to heal your body. So there's certain things that can affect that, and people, they have the Fitbits, the little
I have one of those
devices.
Yes.
Yes. Does it track your sleep?
It does. And you know what? I used to get about 3 to 5 hours of sleep a night, and I didn't realize how much sleep I wasn't getting until my kids bought this for me for Christmas. And I'm so glad that they did, because I've brought my sleep up to 6.5 hours of sleep a night, but it was like 3 to 5, averaging about 4.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm working on that. So I guess one important thing to do would be track it, somehow.
I had one of those. I don't have one now, but years ago I had one, and I had no idea how poorly I was sleeping.
Yeah.
And I thought I was sleeping okay, but I had no idea. So I had to look at some of the things that I was doing in the hours before bedtime that was impacting the way I was sleeping. So one of the things that's really bad are these little things right here.
But it's something to do with blue lights or something. Yeah,
the blue light.
Watching the TV, looking at a computer.
Yes.
That is one of the things that I did. I stopped watching TV or anything like that, cell phone, 30 minutes before bedtime.
Great. That's awesome. I cannot stop. So there's so much that I have to do. We run a business too, but I'm always on there. So I took a shortcut, and I went and bought some, not too expensive, but kind of blue blockers sunglasses, or little glasses.
Really?
Yeah, because they block the blue light, and like even if I'm reading or whatever, you probably shouldn't be on your phone anyway, but there's times when I just cannot not be on it because of something I have the next day, and I didn't put my kid down easily, and I only have this much time, so it happens. So I'll wear my blue blockers, and it blocks the blue light. But that blue light stimulates your prefrontal cortex and heightens your, it makes you more awake. So it really can impact the quality of your sleep. So that's one thing that I've really enjoyed, is having those blue blockers to help kind of, trick the brain into thinking that, it should be relaxing.
Okay, so I'm going to put a link to whatever this is you're talking about in the description of this video, because I want some of those. Although I don't know if my husband's going to enjoy that, because I'm just starting to get to the discipline where I can put the phone away.
Yeah, I know. That's a hard thing. But in times where you really can't, then use the blue blockers. They're really attractive too. They're not. They're not at all, but that's okay.
Okay, great.
But that's one thing that I had done not that long ago to start helping me with my quality of sleep. There's lots of ways to help with sleep, but I just know for most people are addicted to their phones and are on their phones or their devices far too much.
Yeah, that's a big issue in our society right now, not just affecting sleep, but a lot of different areas. So we will put an assessment and some resources in the description of the video as well, to see if you are having some challenges with sleep. I know along my health journey in healing this past year, I've really been focusing on sleep. I have a cousin she's my sleep accountability partner, and she has me send her my Fitbit, and she'll get on to me if I haven't slept at least, 6 or 7 hours. And some days I hate her, and some days I avoid her, and some days I love her. But I do feel more clarity in my thought life throughout the day when I'm getting more rest. And I've never really needed that much sleep. But I believe even for those of us who say that, I don't think that that's necessarily factual. So what's the detriments to our health if we are not getting enough sleep?
Well, not only is it going to cause issues like fatigue and other issues. People have more heightened sensitivity to pain when they're sleep deprived as well. So sometimes, like people I'm seeing that are in a lot of pain, when we talk to them about sleep, it's because they're a new mom, or they like Brigitte, just maybe they don't get a lot of sleep. But also just in your mental productivity too, like your sharpness and how well you can think. Like there's so much to it, and I'm not that type of person. Like I have to have sleep, or I am not a good person to be around. But I know people like you, and they kind of go through life thinking they don't need much. But on some level, we all need to be sleeping at least 6-7 hours a night for optimal function.
And so you told me before that your body is healing during that process.
Yeah.
And if we don't shut it down to heal,
I'm not going to heal.
Yeah.
It's not.
So you are going to have another baby.
Yes.
Yes. And congratulations.
Thank you.
And I remember you telling me this phase when you had your first little bundle of joy, Preston, that he was keeping you up for a long time. I just remember it being an extended period of time, months and months.
Yes.
And I remember you being exhausted and just, tired and continuing to push on. But did you find any resources going through that experience with Preston that maybe will equip you in this experience with your new baby coming?
Yes, I did. There's a lot of reasons that kids don't sleep, and honestly, we breastfed, and breastfed babies, they just don't sleep as good, and that's normal, and that's okay. But for him, that went on, I think, longer than maybe it needed to. Don't really know. It was over a year before he, slept through the night, and it was just a long, hard road. But so looking at my health during that time, and I took away some foods to make things better. So there was a health component, but I also discovered the Gentle Sleep book, which is a really important book for anybody who's about to have a baby, or maybe you've already had a baby and your baby's not sleeping. Can't recommend that book enough. We also went and saw a woman at St. Luke's, a sleep specialist. So finding a reputable sleep specialist in your area to help you make that transition. I'm not a fan of cry it out. Like cry it out can be really damaging to children, but she really helped us to have a systematic approach to transitioning him to his crib and letting us sleep in our own bed. So that was life-changing. It took a little bit of time because hearing any amount of crying made my skin crawl, but it was really safe and gentle, and eventually we transitioned, and it was glorious.
Wow.
I wish I would have done it a little sooner, to be honest.
Okay. So if we have any new mommies out there, or mommies to be, if you'd like those resources, check in the description of this video, and we'll put the name of the book. What is it again?
It's called the Gentle Sleep book, and I can't remember the author, but I will make sure that you guys have that information.
Okay. And then we'll try to put some information about some sleep specialists maybe that can assist as well. If you're in the St. Louis and surrounding area, we'll put that in the description also, along with some assessments and resources.
Great.
Okay. Well, thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time.